Let's see.
Hello.
Yep, that's
DSFL draft.
Hey, you know, it's the only
Yes,
landing
that's
page
right.
I got. It's 2 seasons old, but
Oh God.
so we want to confirm we have audio on YouTube.
Yes, you do.
We have audio.
I ended up in the echo of death there.
Are we still echoing?
I don't know. I muted the YouTube. Nope. We're still echoing.
So why are we echoing?
Hi.
Okay. Let me figure out why
I
we're
think it
echoing.
stopped echoing.
Glim says audio sounds
Nope,
good.
It's still echoing.
Somebody please confirm to me in chat that there is no echo except for us morons.
I think it's just us morons.
Cool. I just really don't want to get halfway through this. And then
We know who the one watching is. We appreciate you, Glims.
come on, Glims, come through for us.
Come through.
God, do we have 2 concurrent viewers? I got one of these guys has to come in the clutch for us.
It's me. I'm the other concurrent viewer.
Glims hit me with that LMAO.
Supposed to come through for us.
Glims just hit us. Okay, cool. Glims here's no echo. We're good to roll.
Alright.
As long as Glims doesn't hear an echo.
All right, boys, can you guys see the stream on me?
Did I publish the announcement?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have not seen a
I
ping.
did.
You did. You went to Austin. It's fine.
Okay. I don't have at everyone perms anymore, so like it doesn't.
Good.
Yeah.
Fuck everyone burns.
Alrighty, guys, we're gonna get this show on the road. Zane's gonna hop in a second too. Could you guys all see the
Zane's
stream
coming
on
on?
Discord?
Oh, no.
Didn't he say he wasn't available till like 7? Or whatever it was?
It is
What
sad.
are
was
you
an hour
talking
ago.
about? It's
It-
8:08.
I live
He's
mountain,
also-
so it's
He's
6
also
right
he's
now.
also in
I live-
Virginia, so it's 8.
Yeah, he's also an hour ahead of me and Moosey. So
Should I just call his cell phone and put him on stream that way?
Yeah.
Alright.
Why not?
Alright, enough fooling around. Zane can hop in a second. Walkers, if you can give him a
Alright.
stream host role.
Alright,
What?
folks, I'm out. Have fun. Good
But
luck.
bye, Envy.
Bye, chicken man.
Just us. Time to break the stream.
Sloth, you are decidedly not first. Glimpse was here like immediately. It's like he was waiting.
He probably was waiting.
Alrighty, guys. Let me.
I haven't actually pulled up the YouTube for this, so I'm going in blind.
I gotta send Envy one thing and we're gonna get started. Did somebody give Zane perms?
I can do that.
Thank you. Give him perms.
I
Thank
did
you,
not.
sir.
I thought you said something to me, but I didn't hear what you said. So I'm.
That's why we can't have nice things. Incompetent head office.
Why would you have competent head office? That would be too easy.
You right, they hired me once upon a time. That's all we need to know. Anyway, hi guys, welcome to the season 33 ISFL and DSFL award show. I will be your host, Isagosaurus. With me we have Moosey.
Hello, I am Moosey. I am one half of the events team head of the very strange moose and goose combo. So I am obviously the moose part, though.
We have the better half of the Moose and Goose. We have Unconfident.
Hello. I am the Austin Comprehense GM. Yeah, that's about it.
And we have Wolkers.
Hi, I'm ISFL HO now. I have a big
Sad.
boy job.
And Zane, are you here now?
Yeah, I'm here right on time.
Unconfident, we're gonna. There's so many New York, you're getting ganged up on.
It's just a
Walker
monkey
is-
party in here.
He's not in New York anymore. He's stinky Philly now. So
Well, he created New York, therefore.
he is. He's
Yeah,
forever.
I birthed New York from my own loins.
Okay, we're off to a great start. We're gonna start with Returner of the Year. The nominees for the Season 33 DSFL Return of the Year are DeAndre King from the Portland Pythons, Lewis Blondin from the London Royals, Dax Dangerfield, a scrub from the Minnesota Grey Ducks. Marvin Toledo from the Bondi Beach Buccaneers. And Toucan Sam from the London Royals.
Not showing my good
It
side.
is not showing up for us.
Oh,
Yeah,
Still says
we are
the
not
DSFL
seeing this
graph.
at all.
there you go. Surprise.
Hey.
Hey! Fixed.
Are you
got-
sharing the red
Save.
screen?
We got any thoughts on DSFL return
now,
with you?
now I think it's on the
Looking at
on the
this,
screen.
my first. Sorry. Looking at my first thought is that Louis Blondin was by far the best kick returner. Like he somehow had a kick return touchdown and was like near in like 25 average, but he didn't return punts, so that's definitely interesting.
The touchdown really does stick out to me, yeah. But also, I know that GMs just don't vote for people that don't do both. So it's going to be
Yeah.
really interesting to see how this plays out.
And
Mhm.
even then, he was still really like low volume as well. Only 8
That is
kick
true.
return.
That is interesting.
We got any bets? We going with Blondin?
I think
I'll-
it could
I'll
be
probably take
DeAndre
Dax.
King here because I think he does have pretty solid averages. It seems. I also can't read, so that might not be true, but it looks like he has the best kick return average.
Zane, can you make yourself any clearer?
0.1, but DeAndre King has a better punt return average.
That is
DeAndre
That is-
King has just like the better collection or the better pair of averages here, which to
true.
me feels like it's the like easy vote to go with. But I don't know. I really, despite him only having the handful of kick returns, I really do like what Blondin managed to accomplish.
Well, let's find out. Congratulations to DeAndre King from the Portland Pythons. Well deserved.
Called it.
That's my boy Tubby. That's
Oh,
that's
okay.
another New York name. That's
Zane,
now a Philly name.
Zane's a prophet.
Is there a
Next we have
Always work with-
Punter
Is
of
there
the
a
Year,
pipeline?
a competitive contest between two DSFL punters, Double Doink from the Dallas Bird Dogs and Theo Lariat from the Minnesota Grey Ducks.
This one seems like a foregone conclusion because they punted the same amount of times, but the other one had a better average at 1 month inside the 20.
So who you got?
Sorry.
We do
Theo
know
Lariat.
that Double Doink can kick the ball farther, though.
But 2 yards.
Off a lucky bounce.
So what
probably.
So what, we going with Double Doink here?
No, I'm going Lariat.
I think
Lariat.
Lariat's
It's
probably
Lariat.
the safer bet on this one.
Congratulations to Theo Lariat from the Minnesota Grey Ducks. Kicker of the Year.
Ooh, 1 overall.
Once again, we have a consistent battle here. Double Doink from the Dallas Bird Dogs or Theo Lariat from the Minnesota Grey Ducks. Can Double
I
Doink
think
narrow the
this
score?
is gonna be. I think this one is going to be double doink.
This one should be Double Doink just on the field goal count. Because
Yeah,
they made the same
I
amount of field goals, but Lariat attempted 3 more, and that really drives down your percentage.
Will it
Maybe
be
did a
Double Doink
longer
or
field
will
goal,
Double
but-
Doink get double no awards?
Uh-oh.
I'll be here all week. Congratulations to Double Doink from the Dallas Bird Dogs.
Double Doink.
Ooh,
Go, Sarah.
that render
Yeah.
is hurt. It's
even
hurting.
though she
Render.
smells very good.
Moving on, we've got Safety of the Year from the Kansas City Coyotes. We have Titus Sampson. From the Minnesota Grey Ducks, we have Cross Erickson. From the Minnesota Grey Ducks, we have Tom Taylor. From the Tijuana Luchadors, we have Talon Ferens, I assume.
Apparently, they were all free safeties, which is interesting. Erickson blocked something, not sure what. But, a punt. Erickson blocked a
Yeah,
punt.
it's a punt.
I didn't see the thing that it kind of got cut off onto a second line.
So what are we
So
thinking
I
here?
think I'll take Cross Erickson because they got the most picks, sacks, and have a block punt, and also a
the
lot of touch
touchdown
Yeah.
too.
and pass. Okay, that seems pretty easily Cross Erickson.
It's
Actually.
just kind
Yeah,
of an
they had-
insane
they
stat
had-
line to have, especially at the DSFL level.
Especially as like a true rookie in the DSFL. That's a pretty crazy
That's
stat line.
that's good old Dash Cross Erickson.
Congratulations to Cross Erickson from the Minnesota Grey Ducks.
Let's go.
Let's go, Tess.
Congrats, Tesla.
Congrats, Tess.
Moving on, we have cornerback of the year from the Bondi Beach Buccaneers. We have Simon the Frog, formerly known as the artist William Lim. From the Norfolk Seawolves, we have Dragazor Blaze. From the Dallas Bird Dogs, we have Katino Mobley. From the Minnesota Grey Ducks, we have some guy, Dax Dangerfield. And from the Kansas City Coyotes, we have Russet Buster.
Yeah, very good mix of players here. I want to just point out that Dax Dangerfield had 0 interceptions. That's pretty
Most
sad.
passes.
But
just
also
want- I just
led
want
the
everybody-
DSFL in passes defended.
He just
Yeah,
doesn't have
but-
hands. Is the problem? He just doesn't have
He
hands.
just can't. He
Yeah,
can't
but
catch
he
the
can't
ball,
catch the ball. He can't
which is
catch.
why he
That's-
doesn't play wide receiver.
You guys, yeah, I was gonna say, do you remember the Madden line? That's why he doesn't play wide receiver.
But
what do you look
the
at?
fact that he doesn't have a pick, and there's 2 other players who have interceptions and touchdowns, it tells
Yeah.
me that it's probably going to come down to one of those 2.
I'm thinking Dragazor Blaze right here, just because it says 5 interceptions and then 4 forced fumbles. He recovered 2 of them. That's just
More
kind of like,
tackles, more forced fumbles, more interceptions. Was just a little bit lower on passes defended.
yeah.
But otherwise,
Yeah,
it's
my
just-
gut would say Blaze as well. But
Yes.
Buster comes in a
Buster-
close second.
Mhm.
I agree.
Yeah. If he had hands instead of just potato limbs, he probably would have had more ins. That's all
if
I'll
he
say.
weren't just
So
a
you
potato, he probably
give him
wins the
credit.
award. But he's just a potato.
He's just a potato.
What I've learned from this is that the award hosts are biased towards potatoes playing football. Mr. Potato Head, you have no place in the league. Congratulations to Dragazor Blaze from the Norfolk Seawolves. With a kicker render playing corner.
Interesting.
Is that a young
The
Hook?
best.
Yeah, it looks like
I
it.
believe so.
Georgia Southern legend. Moving on, we have a linebacker of the year from the Dallas Bird Dogs. We have Samsung. From the Norfolk Seawolves, we have Nathan Claflin? Something like that.
I think it's Claflin.
Yeah, I think so. From the Tijuana Luchadors, we have Mason Jones. From the Portland Pythons, we have Spot Robodog. And from the Minnesota Grey Ducks, we have Darren Arnold. Anyone with analysis?
Oh, so
Nathan
Sorry.
Claflin forced 7 fumbles.
Fourth,
Strange.
7 fumbles, leads all of these players in sacks.
He's tied
Um,
for that. He's
Has
tied for that.
He's tied.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, I missed Mason Jones on the bottom.
Yeah, Mason Jones was
Um,
also. It's kind of he's interesting because he had to he kind of have a pass. He had a coverage game a little bit. Two interceptions, 6 pass deflection defender or whatever. Pretty interesting.
Mhm.
I think Claflin is like would be my favorite for this one, but looking at Mason Jones, he's a dark horse candidate here. Just the safety really strikes me. I like safeties a lot. They're really uncommon in this league, so
Well, there's 2 linebackers
were
with safeties on this ballot, so
And there were like 9 safeties at the ISFL this year.
which is nuts. It's nutty how many. It's also nutty how many
Yeah.
forced fumbles we had in the ISFL this year.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, I guess that's for later. But yeah, we'll talk about it right now. But yeah, that's definitely later. Forced fumbles.
Seems like the consensus is Claflin. Congratulations to Nathan Claflin from the Norfolk Seawolves.
my
Move-
man.
Moving on. We have Defensive Tackle of the Year. The nominee
this
is
is wide
Solus
open.
Avenger. I don't know who's going to win this award, guys.
Well, looking at the stats,
It is a toss-up, man.
Could be Solus Avenger, could be Solus
Is he
Avenger.
really the only defensive tackle? That's crazy.
to me, it's insane that Avenger is currently uncontested for this award. I'm really hoping that someone will come in and provide a contest here
Like WWE style, just like from the
Yeah.
audience.
from the audience or from the top row, wherever.
Congratulations.
Steel chair.
Congratulations to Solus Avenger.
wow. That was a
Sorry,
hard
is
one.
that number a 2 or is it a backwards 5?
Don't worry about it.
Well, that is a wow.
I
no, I'm not
flipped it
sure
so
if
it was
Mobius is-
pointing at it. I'm sorry.
Is that
too good?
is that
Watching,
an Auburn
he's gonna go
render?
crazy when he. It looks like it. I have no idea what his render is. But Mobius is a cool dude. He's going to be really hyped for winning this award, so I'm happy to see it, even if his competition was top tier this year.
it's more defensive tackle of the year awards than I've won. So
It is currently less than I have won, but it could be more eventually.
there you go, off to the right start.
Yeah.
Defensive end of the year, we've got
Yeah.
Kansas City Coyotes, Greg Strongjaw. From the Bondi Beach Buccaneers, we have Abel Archer. From the Kansas City Coyotes, we have Chim Rickles. From the London Royals, we have Nathan Explosion. From the Tijuana Luchadors, we have George Fantabens. I think my favorite part about being basically inactive is seeing some of the names, like Chim Rickles. It's an incredible name.
I like how he doesn't capitalize his first or last name too.
Well, all of them.
It adds to it a lot.
Well, the
They're all.
Oh no, but like
No, Chim
officially,
Rickles
he's
actually
not.
doesn't
Does he
capitalize
not?
either name.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
The hard-hitting analysis
when
you
I
get.
look at this
Analysis.
list, even though I like Chim Rickles, I gotta say his fellow D lineman Strongjaw has a very good stat line. He's got 12
Strongjaw has a
sacks, 9
touchdown.
CFLs.
Strong.
Yeah,
he
he
has
got
a
it.
touchdown, a safety, and leads in sacks and force and tackles for loss.
Strongjaw's responsible for 8 points directly here, which is
Yeah.
First of all, a
Ooh.
touchdown as defensive end is very weird.
How'd they
the
pull
old
that?
strip sack.
I'm really curious.
It's called a thick six.
The old thick six.
Thanks.
True insanity here.
So who we got, boys?
Jim. Greg.
Strongjaw.
Damn it! I had Rickles on the one.
Chim Rickles' best friend Strongjaw, probably. That's what you're trying to say, right?
yes.
Yes.
All right. Congratulations to Greg Strongjaw from the Kansas City Coyotes.
That's a
He does
fantastic.
look like a strong jaw.
It does. It's got a nice jawline. From moving on, we have offensive lineman of the year. From the Kansas City Coyote, we have Big Yoshi. From the Norfolk Seawolves, we have Miss Stacks McHits. From the London Royals, we have Dane Johnson Jr. And from Tijuana Luchadors, up for offensive lineman of the year, we have a kicker.
I'm so glad that a
As a
kicker switched positions.
That's like the old inactive name.
Yeah.
I believe inactive might even still be around.
I think so.
Yeah, that's Unicorn. I think I'm not sure if he's still super
No,
around. but-
unicorns don't draft.
Oh, wait.
I think
Oh, yeah,
inactive
inactive is
Philly.
Wuma.
Inactive
no,
is in
like-
Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a cool dude. But over here, speaking of a kicker, I think he's probably the favorite here. He's got the most pancakes, and he doesn't have a single sack allowed, which is usually what helps you win.
Yeah.
Those
As
are
much as-
usually the two stats that matter at offensive line.
Usually,
Yeah,
sometimes
And
it's
he's
not,
the
but
best at both.
Listen, when one of them scores a thick six, talk to me.
I mean, I no mean to brag, but my last season in the DSFL, I did throw a touchdown to my kicker, so it's possible.
I never knew I needed this more than I do
Signed
now.
To the ISFL too.
One of these sim nerds get on figuring out how to get us a thick six from the offensive line.
Please.
Congratulations
He's been
to
begging for it before he retired.
a kicker.
That I love Charlie Brown as a render. That's a great.
yeah, that's good.
Moving on, we have tight end of the year. From the Tijuana Luchadors, we have Herc Kirby. From the Kansas City Coyote, we have Virginia Emmett. From the Portland Pythons, we have Mulkey Koivu. From the Bondi Beach Buccaneers, we have Nacho Macho Man.
I mean, just stringing a player. Warren Buffett from the Grey Ducks is on this sheet, is on this doc, and not on the slide. So rip them, I guess.
Probably did not get any votes.
Watch Warren Buffett have one. We would like to recognize Warren Buffett.
Their contribution.
There, can't.
No, it's probably.
So who do you guys like for?
I mean, Koivu had 1,275 receiving yards at tight end, 10 touchdowns, and didn't give up a sack. That is insane.
Almost
Especially at the DSFL.
20-yard average on receptions.
Yeah.
That is
I gotta imagine he was playing a lot of wide receiver too.
Yeah,
Hey,
from
well,
what I
that's
heard,
not
he was
for us
playing
to
a fair
judge.
bit of wide receiver.
Look,
But
Oh, but
that's not
I
for us to
mean,
judge.
sometimes we've seen in the past where that does hurt people, but we'll see if it does here. I still like I like Kirkby too. He's
That
got a
is, yeah.
pretty solid average plus a solid pancake
Kirby, that's
game.
If
30
definitely
pancake,
pancakes on the season.
Kirby.
it's the same
Yeah.
on the dock as well.
Another one of
Yeah.
those Kirkby boys.
Yeah, but yeah, like it's definitely Axo.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
is.
Yeah,
It
no,
is.
it is.
Blame the chicken.
You mean ass
Yeah,
clap?
I
ass
blame the
clap.
chicken very much.
Well, Zane, you can't swear on stream. I think. I don't know what the rules are.
That's his
I
rule.
run this and I don't know the rules. Congratulations to Mulkey Koivu for winning Tight End of the Year.
No,
Moving on,
Yeah.
Put on Mulkey.
we have Wide Receiver of the Year. From the
Congratulations.
London Royals, we have Lewis Blondin. From the Tijuana Luchadors, we have Darius Bailey. From the London Royals, we have Toucan Sam. From the Portland Pythons, we have DeAndre King. And from the Norfolk Seawolves, we have Malkador the Hero.
DMs.
Oh, this is a good list
love
of
touchdowns.
people.
It's
And
true.
Blondin was pretty on par with everyone else in most categories here, but led all of them in touchdowns.
I'm really
Yeah,
interested.
him
Now.
and King were about the same basically in yards, but Blondin's
Yeah.
got the 5 touchdowns lead on him.
Blondin's got the touchdown edge over everyone here, and that to me, that's just it's what GMs gravitate towards on offensive players is the touchdown count.
Yeah, and it also helps that Blondin is a rookie too, so
Yeah,
putting up
and
those numbers as a
DeAndre King,
rookie
his
is a
user,
lot.
his user's pretty stinky, so
It's true.
Sounds like
Tim is a known stinky boy, so that's probably not going to be him.
we're feeling Lewis Blondin. Congratulations to Lewis Blondin. Moving on, we
After
have
not getting returner of the year, it's very nice that Blondin turned it around and got wide receiver.
Yeah.
Of the year.
moving
They
on.
split the series.
We have running back of the year. From the Minnesota Grey Ducks, we have Kawhi Bartok. From the Bondi Beach Buccaneers, we have Marvin Toledo. From the Dallas Bird Dogs, we have Rumble Ronson. From the Tijuana Luchadors, we have Michelangelo McTurtle. And from the Kansas City Coyotes, we have the better Zane Cold.
That's fair.
He
Did
did
have
Minnesota
14,000
not have
yards.
a quarterback this season?
They had a cap quarterback, and he appears. Oh no, he doesn't. But I guess they just didn't bother with him.
He's-
Bartok put up all like 1,700 yards on the ground,
400,
which is
400 attempts almost.
Wow.
just like I get that volume that some GMs shy away from that volume, but at a certain point, the volume has to come back into being just impressive and therefore worth the vote. And that volume is insane.
Yeah, and even with that high volume, even though Rumble Ronson has the better average at 4.9, a 4.4 average is still very good for the DSFL, especially compared to his competitors here too. So like, it's not like he was getting 100 carries and getting 3 yards every time. No, he was earning those yards.
And he scored 21 touchdowns.
22 because he had a receiving touchdown.
Oh, he has a receiving touchdown too.
Oh,
2 touchdowns.
This should not be a contest at all.
Obviously, all these other running backs, one of them just got used to endlessly here.
Yeah.
If you lean on your running back that much, your running back's probably gonna win.
Alrighty. Congratulations to Kawhi Bartok.
Those knees hold up.
Kawhi Bartok. Congrats, Jiggly.
Moving on. We have quarterback of the year. From the Norfolk Seawolves, we have Osmataz Buckshank. From the Portland Pythons, we have Boone McCoy. From the Tijuana Luchadors, we have Live, Laugh, Love. From the Bondi Beach Buccaneers, we have Bajeshwari Singh. And then from the London Royals, we have, Kaguaya Shinomai. I'm trying, man.
Maddie. It's just Maddie.
Yeah, Maddie.
Matt, thank you, Maddie.
This one is
Shout out
also not a
Pat.
contest. This is not a
He's the
contest
only
at all
active
either.
quarterback who didn't make it. Oh yeah, this is not a contest at all.
I mean,
When I'm
Live
looking at
Laugh
the
Love had
quarterback
a
ratings,
98.9 rating. The next best pass rating was an 89.
Yeah.
Like really,
he's
not
showing why he was the best quarterback New York's ever drafted. And he's proven it over here. Live, laugh, love.
Alrighty.
yes.
Sounds like we are
Concur with that.
feeling good. Congratulations to Live, Laugh, Love.
Using a wide receiver render.
Don't worry about it.
Don't question it. Don't question it.
Moving on, we have Offensive Rookie of the Year. From the Bondi Beach Buccaneers, we have Bangshwari Singh. From the Portland Pythons, we have Boone McCoy. From the London Royals, we have Lewis Blondin. From the Tijuana Luchadors, we have Michelangelo McTurtle. And from the Tijuana Luchadors, we have Darius Bailey.
I gotta
This is
say,
another one where I want to throw Louis Blondin's name immediately into the hunt because Blondin did have a very good season as a wide receiver.
Yes.
and the fact that he won wide receiver of the year as a rookie, and he's the only one on this list that won his positional award. I gotta say, he's probably the favorite for this one,
Mm-hmm.
unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, he was the only
Yeah.
one here that.
Well, to be fair, for a lot of the others, some of the competition they were up against was ridiculous.
Yeah,
I
that's
would
true.
say that
Michelangelo McTurtle had to
He had
face.
a great
Had
season.
had to
to
face
face
off
off.
against Kawhi Bartok, who got 400 carries.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I think Louis Blondin. Let's go with that.
Yeah. Should be, yeah.
Congratulations to Lewis Blondin from the London Royals. Moving on,
Congrats, Gordon.
we have Defensive Rookie of the Year. From the Minnesota Grey Ducks, we have Cross Erickson. From the Tijuana Luchadors, we have LSR Jones. From the London Royals, we have Spotty Odo. From the Portland Pythons, we have Spot Robodog. And from the Kansas City Coyotes, we have Russet Buster.
Here again, just going back to what we were saying with the safety of the year thing, Ross Erickson had a very crazy season. I gotta say, like, I'd be shocked if they didn't win this award
Well,
right now, just because.
I mean, LSR Jones, like at linebacker, 10 sacks, 6 tackles for losses, a pick. Like that's pretty damn good.
I'm also
Yeah,
not going to
but
count out
I'm just saying,
Buster so
I
early.
won't count-
So early
For sure. For sure.
I won't count that out, but if I was voting, I would definitely look at that safety stat line. I'd be pretty impressed. It's just everything you want, but I can understand if either of the other two that you guys said would win.
It's also worth mentioning that Spot Robodog has a safety. So, I mean, don't count anybody
he's
out.
here.
But
We do like
He
safeties.
had a great season too.
Congratulations to Russet Buster, a literal
Hey.
potato.
that's just a potato.
Hey.
And Zane said
Hey.
potatoes couldn't play football.
This potato won
This
defensive
potato
rookie
can.
year.
That's a pretty special potato.
That's not just any potato, I'll tell you that.
Moving
It's an
on,
award-winning potato.
we have Offensive Performance of the Year. From the Minnesota Grey Ducks, we have Kawhi Bartok in Week 4. From the Portland Pythons, we have Boone McCoy in Week 9. From the Norfolk Seawolves, we have William Groves in Week 4. And from the Portland Pythons, we have Molkoy Koivu in Week 8. And from the Minnesota Grey Ducks, we have Lane Frost II in Week 1.
What do you guys think about this one?
Kawhi Bartok got
The
like
first thing that
230,
yeah, I was gonna
200,
say, the first thing that popped
but
out.
they didn't get any touchdowns though. That's my problem. 230 yards.
Yeah.
No touchdowns. That's a difficult. It's unfortunate.
Whereas, you know,
William
Lane
Groves
Frost
has
got
the
over
touchdown.
200 yards and 3
And
touchdowns.
3 touchdowns. And he had a really good kick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, which week was that?
Offensive
Week 4,
performance of the
Bartok.
year.
I checked because I was very confused. Bartok had 4 touchdowns.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
probably. Yeah.
Well,
Okay. Never mind.
Imagine being able to read.
Well, it doesn't
Impossible.
say that on the. It doesn't say that on the stuff. It just doesn't say that.
Yeah, our
No,
DSFL
it's
sheet
better if
doesn't
they
have
think.
4 touchdowns
Hey,
listed.
hey, guys, it's better if everyone thinks I'm confident is dumb. It's better for the league.
I disagree. Fortunately. Hey, it's anyways.
All
Bar
right.
talk.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Bartok.
Alrighty. Congratulations to Mowgli Koivu in week 8.
Maybe we should have looked at the.
Wow.
Oh, we should have 200. We should have looked at. I don't know if I agree with that.
200 yards from a tight end is a lot, especially in only 5
Also,
weeks.
a
Yeah,
75-yard reception is pretty big.
Weren't we just saying they might have been playing a lot of wide receiver?
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah,
wide receiver that's still very impressive, but I feel like I don't
As a tight end, that definitely is a very impressive stat line. Although I definitely I'm a bit surprised with the low touchdown numbers, but the voters like to see their tight ends, and that tight end was the best of the best this year.
can't disagree with that. Let's go tight ends.
Very
Yeah.
good tight end.
Moving on.
Very good.
We have Defensive Performance of the Year. From the Kansas City Coyotes, we have Russet Buster in Week 11 and Week 5. From the Kansas City Coyotes, we have Greg Strongjaw in Week 10. From the Tijuana Luchadors, we have Mason Jones in Week 10. And from the Minnesota Grey Ducks, we have Cross Erickson in Week 6.
By the way, this was the week that Greg Strongjaw got the touchdown. Just noticed that. So if anyone wants to research that later,
Yeah, that
this
definitely
was
is. Ooh.
Yeah, the
There's
touchdown
definitely a
from
lot
the
of good
defensive end
options
is
here.
really impressive. But also, week 11, Russet Buster had 3 interceptions and a touchdown. It's hard to see that
Yeah.
losing here.
And
Yeah.
also Ross Erickson's not a bad shot though. Forced a fumble, got a sack, 2 picks, and a touchdown.
Oh, yeah. No, that is a good stat line.
These are some good performances, I'll say.
Well.
No.
Congratulations to Cross Erickson in Week 6.
There you go.
The potato with a 40% chance of winning couldn't bring it home.
Rip the potato. Should have combined all of that into one super week.
With moving on, we have general managers of the year. From the Bonnet Beach Buccaneers, we have Trim Poly and Thunder Titan 82. From Tijuana Luchadors, we have Katasa and Bowl. From the Minnesota Grey Ducks, we have Painted and Ice Bear 32. From the Norfolk Sea Wolves, we have Neegs and G-Beck 765. And from the Kansas City Coyotes, we have First Fray and Amadon.
I think my pick would probably be the Coyotes because they really kind of turned it around over there in one season.
Yeah, I
personally,
definitely.
and I know
definitely
not
have
everyone
to
agrees with
agree
this on
with
GM
that
of the year, but I do that. I definitely like improvement in GM of the year, so that's probably where I would go with that.
I definitely agree. I feel like they also had a pretty solid showing of players that they were able to develop too, while also winning. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them winning. But obviously, all these GMs are pretty great.
Yeah, they all did.
GMs
Yeah.
really do like to see that Ultimus or Ultimini. I don't know why that's carries so much weight in this award for some reason. I don't
Really
think
feel
it
like
necessarily should, but
Norfolk did take a
so
rookie QB to an Ultimini.
yeah,
So.
You can't count out Negs and Beck here.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And honestly,
they've been
Painted at
Knights
Ice
have been
Bear
doing it for
also
years.
got their team to an Ultimini on 400 carries from a running back.
Yeah, that's true.
That is
Showing
That's what
true
I'm saying,
power
all.
30 Minnesota classic offense.
Run the ball into the ground.
Congratulations to Painted and Ice Bear 32.
Woo.
Power 30's back, baby.
Moving on, we have Offensive Player of the Year. From the Tijuana Luchadors, we have Live, Laugh, Love. From the Portland Pythons, we have DeAndre King. From the Minnesota Grey Ducks, we have Kawhi Bartok. From the Portland Pythons, we have Mowgli Koivu. From the Norfolk Sea Wolves, we have Malkador the Hero.
So, Offensive Player of the Year can't win MVP, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
My pick is going to be Live, Laugh, Love then, because I think Bartok is taking MVP.
I
Yeah,
actually
that's
will do
basically-
exactly the opposite. I think this is Bartok because I think Live, Laugh, Love wins the MVP.
Ooh.
I also agree with Workers here, just because
Oh, fuck. That's
I
screw
just
you.
Quarterback
I just saw
advantage.
the big. I'm just saying I saw the big jump from when you look at the other quarterbacks that were nominated for quarterback of the year and Live Laugh Love. He had like a stupid high QBR. He had like a 98 or something versus the 80s that everyone else had, which is just such a big jump that I wouldn't be shocked to see him win MVP. But Kawhi Bartok, I think it's like neck and neck, to be honest.
Alrighty.
Yeah, it's gonna come down to.
Congratulations to Live, Laugh, Love.
Well,
Ha ha ha.
that's
You-
gonna be.
If you live,
I
you
suppose
laugh.
when you get 400 carries, MVP does make sense.
Yeah.
but-
To look
Well,
at
we
that.
don't know that quite yet.
That is
Mo-
true.
Moving on, we have
Could be
Defensive
something.
Player of the Year. From Minnesota, we have Darren Arnold. From Kansas City, we have the potato himself, Russet Buster. From the Norfolk Seawolves, we have Nathan Claflin. From the Kansas City Coyotes, we have Greg Strongjaw. And from the Norfolk Seawolves, we have Dragazor Blaze.
I really like Strongjaw here. Putting up that kind of season at defensive end is definitely.
yeah.
I'm gonna be the contrarian. I gotta give it to my boy Claflin, man. He
That
did
is
it all. 129 tackles, 9
Yeah,
PFLs,
Claflin also
7
had
forced
a good
fumbles, 9
season.
sacks, and 3 PDs on linebacker position. He
Those
did it.
strong jaw numbers are just wild at defensive end, though.
I
If
did look
if
up
a
the
defensive
touchdown.
player wins MVP, then strong jaw wins this award, I think. But otherwise, I would give it to
It'd be
Claflin.
interesting.
It's going to be a close one, I think, but a lot of good seasons.
I did look up the touchdown for Strong
There
Jaw.
you go.
It was a strip sack in the end zone.
It's
So
still
by the safety, they held on to the ball.
a thick six, and it's still
It's
a
still
Defensive
thick
Player of the
six.
Year for Greg Strongjaw.
Very strong.
It was a
I really
yeah, it was a
expected like
big six able to win.
Well,
a ton.
that makes
I
the MVP discussion interesting.
It
I really
does.
expected I expected a 99-yard run back from Greg Strongjaw, but alas.
Listen, a thick six in the end zone is still a thick six.
True.
Moving on, we have most dedicated member for the DSFL. We have C-Tots, the NC 206, and I'm Satan Jr.
These
Oh,
are
this is a
three
good one.
very
This-
dedicated people. Which is
These
why
are
they're on the
excellent
Discord.
users.
Yeah,
I'll specifically
look
shout
at it-
out NC206, who's been a rookie mentor this season and did excellent work in the first season as rookie mentor. So that's just my personal shout out for a member of my rookie mentor team.
Yeah, I'm Satan Jr. Is now taking up a position as a co-GM for Norfolk, has been really active in the war room, has been doing a lot of scouting and everything, has just been an insane presence and really took that jump early on after just joining sim leagues like at all. And
I think
honestly,
that's-
any
that's
of
kind
these
what makes-
users are
And
deserving.
like C-Tots became like a DSFL HO intern
Yeah,
pretty fast.
C-Tots is just
Yeah,
stinky
I was gonna
HO,
say
so
the biggest
That's
I mean,
fair.
thing
it's stinky
about all
HO.
of these, all three of them, is that they've all took on leadership roles basically like within
Instantly.
weeks of joining.
Yeah.
I don't
Yep.
think it's been a while since I've seen such a MDM like class that I was like, this is a tough decision.
any one of
It
these
could be
three could
any
theoretically win this
of these
award,
three, to be
and
honest.
And they'd all
they'd be
deserve it.
very deserving.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Congratulations to C-Tots.
That stinky
Ooh,
HO
well.
boy.
Oh,
Sad.
stinky HO. How could we give an award to them, man?
Enjoy it while we still like
Not like he's my current teammate or anything.
Moving on, we have most outstanding player. From the Norfolk Seawolves, we have Nathan Claflin. From the Minnesota Grey Ducks, we have Kawhi Bartok. From the Tijuana Luchadors, we have Live, Laugh, Love. And from the London Royals, we have Lewis Blondin.
This is the user voted one, right? So like the one
Correct.
that we did
Correct.
for TP?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
It
I
could
have
go
no
anywhere.
idea who's gonna win this.
I have
I'd be
no idea.
surprised to see the users
Yeah.
not go with the quarterback, but
Yeah, I feel like quarterback bias will play a big part here.
but also just the amount of usage for Kawhi Bartok is really hard to ignore, even
Duck-
with quarterback bias.
The Ducks do fly strong, so they could have
That is
rated
true.
the votes. Who
Could have
knows?
rigged the ballot.
Certainly not going to sell Bartok's season short. Those
Stuff the
numbers are
ballot.
absolutely insane.
And
We haven't
I
seen
mean,
those numbers in a long time.
and
Oh, absolutely.
Ducks fly strong, but we don't want to undersell London at all. London could definitely have showed out for Lewis Blondin.
Oh, absolutely too. Like you're looking at like a bunch of dedicated like user bases that would just throw votes at these players.
I'm gonna say, if we're talking about dedicated user bases, Tijuana has been
Go on.
called since I
It,
joined.
it, it is a cult. I have seen the drafts and like recreates and stuff always like putting like Tijuana and like references to that kind of stuff too. Like I know Sloth did that. He was recruited by Tijuana.
Congratulations to Kawhi Bartok from the Minnesota Grey Ducks.
Not surprising. With
sure.
that season, those are some absolutely insane numbers. Very impressive.
Moving on, we have
Yeah.
most valuable
Well
player.
deserved.
From the Norfolk Seawolves, we have Dragazor Blaze. From the Tijuana Leechors, we have Live, Laugh, Love. From the Minnesota Grey Ducks, we have Kawhi Bartok. From the Norfolk Seawolves, we have Nathan Claflin. And from the Minnesota Grey Ducks, we have Darren Arnold.
Well, I think we all know who I'm going for because that made it pretty clear.
Well, we know it's not Laugh Love,
Correct.
Yeah.
which means to me it's
And
between Bartok and Claflin.
And it's not going to be Arnold because he already lost the linebacker here, so he's not going to be.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Well, congratulations to Kawhi Bartok.
There you go.
Yeah, with that kind of a season, definitely deserves MVP, 100%.
Like insane volume and good efficiency. It's like at least pretty slam dunk choice.
Had the same amount of touchdowns as a lot of quarterbacks in the league, so it's crazy.
Moving on, we have the ISFL awards now. Starting with Return of the Year. From the New Orleans second line, we have Squidward Tentacles. From the New York Silverbacks, we have Tug Speedman. From the Sarasota Sailfish, we have Jackson Kingston. From the Orange County Otters, we have Goat Tank Jr. And from the Honolulu Hahalua, we have Cobra Kai.
Return of the Year is always kind of a tough one, but I know a lot of people like to look at the touchdowns, and that's where guys like Jackson Kingston, Goat Tank, and Tug Speedman have a little bit of an advantage because they do have that touchdown.
Yeah, I think Cobra
These
Kai had
numbers-
the best averages on both. Like we did with the DSFL return, they had the best combined averages, but they didn't have the touchdown, which definitely could make it tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I remember the guys who didn't score touchdowns on this one, Tentacles and Kai, both did incredibly well returning the ball. They just never found the end zone, which is unfortunate because it really does carry a lot of weight for this award.
Congratulations to Cobra Kai from the Honolulu Hahalua.
The combined averages came in clutch.
Moving on, we have Punter of the Year. From the Orange County Otters, we have Dallas Dole. From the Chicago Butchers, we have Levy Tate. From the Yellowknife Wraiths, we have Blago Kokot. And from the New Orleans second line, we have Type and Pete.
What do you guys think about this one? The
These
first
numbers
thing
are
that
really hard
I'm
to
glad I
make.
asked and then started talking.
These dudes are so
Yeah.
close.
When I look at, I kind of like Dallas Doley here. He just had a lot of the highest average, and that's kind of what I like the most is
Yeah,
the consistency numbers, especially with him kicking. Actually, he kicked the most out of everyone here, so the highest average with the most kicks is definitely something that sticks out to me. Obviously, his inside 20 stuff isn't as good as others who kick less than him, so that might hurt him. But I
I know
definitely
that
like
back
that
in my
average.
day as GM, people really liked those inside 20 numbers, but I also really like Dallas Dole here.
Alrighty. Congratulations to Dallas Dole from the Orange County Otters.
Gosh, that's an Angie
Ooh.
Dalton render.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Moving on, we have Kicker of the Year. From the Sarasota Sailfish, we have Jacob Small. From the New Orleans second line, we have Typin Pete. From the Yellowknife Race, we have Blago Kokot. From the Chicago Butchers, we have Levy Tate. And from the Baltimore Hawks, we have Davey Downbad.
Davey Doobie down bad.
I think my pick here would definitely be Levy
But
Tate.
yeah, I agree with that. Especially they were a rookie this season too.
Yeah.
And I think they had
Yeah.
the best field goal percentage, and I think they didn't miss an extra point, which is always cool. They hit a
It's
55
tough to look at
yarder.
all those numbers and say that Levy Tate isn't the most deserving on this one.
Downbad is
Yeah.
a true rookie. Am I wrong?
That is true. He did
Yeah,
not spend any
Downbad
seasons in the
is-
DSFL.
Yeah, Levy Tate did
missed-
have a few seasons in the DSFL, but and also Downbad hit the winning field goal for the Hawks to win the Ultimate. So if voters care about that, he's won the hearts
I
of Baltimore.
highly
if
doubt
nothing
that
else.
voters cared about that when they were looking at the stat sheet.
Congratulations to Levy Tate.
What a render.
Wow,
Don't worry about
I always
it.
forget. Every,
That is
every
an
single
ins-
year in
how-
the DSFL,
that's an insane
they
amount.
always
of work
had this
into that
render. Had this render, and it always catches me.
Moving on, we have Safety of the Year. Holy smokes. We have Safety of the Year. Sorry about that, guys. From the Sarasota Supernovas, we have Spike
No one
Daniels.
saw that.
Or Sarasota Sailfish, we have Spike Daniels. From the New Orleans second line, we have Jonathan Shuffleboard. From the Berlin Fire Salamanders, we have Jacob Rask. From the Honolulu Hahalua, we have Miles Weeperom, I think.
Something like that.
From the New Orleans second
I thought it
line,
was like Repteron, but close enough.
we can go with that too. From the New Orleans second line, we have Amari Springer.
Safe. So like, there's like free safety and strong safety is like really different. So they're excelling at different stuff. It's kind of hard. You got to pick which one's more valuable.
Just from looking at the numbers, I like what Spike Daniels put up.
Like yeah. Like
A
Rasky
touchdown is
had-
always
like
cool to look
Spike.
at. 8 sacks, 60.66% catch rate, which is tied for second best in this group.
Like Rasky had
Rasky,
8 picks and 16 passes.
Yeah,
Though. Like
and I believe that
in
the
the
8
past
picks
game.
was. I believe
League
that was
leading.
enough to be the best, league leading in interceptions. So, especially at a safety, that way you don't really see as many safeties lead the league in interceptions these days. That's always gonna pique voters' interest a bit.
Congratulations to Jacob Rask. And sorry for the click through, guys. The mouse got sticky on this one, apparently.
What are you doing with your mouse, Stan?
Eggs got sticky.
Well, I moved this weekend, so I mean, half my computer setup is just busted. The enter key on my keyboard doesn't work currently.
Is that what they call it? They're calling it moving now?
Infi, if you're gonna find me for leaking, I'll take it out of your bank account. Moving on, we have cornerback of the year from the Baltimore Hawks. We have Lip Gallagher. From the Philadelphia Liberty, we have Willie Miller. From the Orange County Otters, we have Richard Leaking. From the Sarasota Sailfish, we have Harrison Andrews. And from the Arizona Outlaws, we have Rich Triplett.
I love my boy Seb. I gotta put a shout out for him here, but 3 defensive touchdowns is really gonna be hard to overcome when GMs love touchdowns.
I like Harrison Andrews more. 6 picks, 35, tied for the second most tied for the most passes defended on this list, and the lowest catch percentage. I think that's probably who it's going to be.
I gotta also. I mean, you said it before, but I'm going for my boy Richard Leaking here. Just 3 defensive touchdowns, always something that it's hard to pass on that.
He did pick me off twice.
Andrews
in a
had
game.
a great season, and I'm not selling him short.
Yeah.
Here.
I also want to point out that Richard Leaking also he bullied every single rookie quarterback this year.
He was a bully. I felt
Mercy,
bullied.
and Frost had their worst games of the season because of Rev.
Everyone will. I mean, everyone.
Congratulations to Richard Leaking from the Orange County Otters.
Ooh.
Moving on.
Don't stare at that render too long, kids.
What do you mean?
Oh boy. Oh no.
Moving on, we have linebacker of the year. From the Philadelphia Liberty, we have Xavier Walls. From the Colorado Yeti, we have Melvin Murder Moose. From the Berlin Fire Salamanders, we have Bam Bam McMullet. From the Chicago Butchers, we have Juan Domian. And from the Honolulu Hahalua, we have Big Slamoo.
I think
This is Melvin Murders. Melvin
Yeah.
Murders is hard to lose. Like,
didn't they break
Just-
the record for forced fumbles this year?
like most tackles for loss. 12 forced fumbles.
I think they broke the record for career forced fumbles this year.
And like
Oh
14
yeah, they're
passes
definitely
defended. That's gonna be hard.
in general like there's an unbreakable or a perceived unbreakable sack record, and I think Melvin Murder Moose is like 16 away from breaking
Murder
it.
Moose
'cause-
is still in the conversation to break that record.
Yeah,
Congratulations to Melvin Murder Moose.
ooh, great render again. Every year, whenever we see Melvin, it always makes me happy. Great render.
It's old
I'm
man
assuming that was
Melvin
you,
this
Steve.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, he's great now.
It's getting out there.
Moving on, we have defensive tackle of the year. From the Philadelphia Liberty, we have Honky Tonk Haywood. From the Austin Copperheads, we have Candace D. Fit in Your Mouth.
Excuse
From
me?
the Berlin Fire Salamanders, we have Jason Bradshaw. And from the Arizona Outlaws, we have Chuck Roth.
Get another missing nominee here. Rip David Ramchick.
Yeah.
One
So
sack,
definitely,
for
when you look at the
Ramchick makes it
stats,
tough.
I mean, yeah. I just wanted to point them out that they were there. You got that's about it. But yeah, it's Chuck Roth.
well, when you look at the stats, I feel like this is Chucky Roth's to lose here. He's got 10
Yeah.
sacks, which is more than everyone else.
Yeah.
Plus, he's got 10
Roth is
tackles
sorta
tackles
just-
for losses.
and
He's
3 forced
been
fumbles.
one of the best. Ever since Big Ed died, Chuck Roth just became good.
How dare you
Wait,
say Big Ed?
big as
How
dead.
dare you say that name in my presence?
Congratulations to Chuck Roth.
Big dead.
Big
Big
Dead.
Ted.
Moving on, we have
Big
defensive end of the year. From the Sarasota Sailfish, we have David Moyes. From the Yellowknife Rays, we have Leonard Taylor. From the New York Silverbacks, we have Rocco Blaine. From the Chicago Butchers, we have Wasrabi Gleal. From the Orange County Otters, we have Will Stern.
I
Will
guess
Stern.
firstly, I gotta say, I think it feels like it's a few people in this race. I'm gonna shout out Rocco Blade though, for the first part. 15 tackles for loss as a defensive end is pretty crazy. I don't even know if anyone was close to that number.
No, I think
Nobody
second
else
place
on this
no.
list is particularly close. No.
I
Nobody
believe
else
second
got
place
double
in the
digits.
ISFL and defense and tackles for loss was 10. So
Yeah,
they were pretty
so
head-
especially as someone who
Holy smokes.
played like true defensive end the whole year, getting 15 TFLs is pretty crazy. Plus, he has a couple turnovers himself with the 2 forced fumbles, both recovered. So, yeah,
That's
I feel like he's
still gonna
definitely
go.
one of the names to say.
I still like Will Stern more.
Stern
Like,
and
4 forced
Moyes are
fumbles.
the two that are like at the front of the conversation for me. I'm not sure which of those stat lines I like more off the top of my head.
I like 8
Just
tackles
I
for loss
can't
versus
separate
3.
them. Yeah, but
yeah, I
you
was
know,
gonna say I think if out of those two, I would like Stern over Moyes, just because the 4 forced fumbles and they both have a
some
safety.
of us don't
only
discount
has
tackles,
one-
guys.
Well, it's only 11 tackles.
11
not
tackles
like
is
an
11
absurd-
tackles.
Congratulations to
Have you
Will
been tackled
Stern.
Once?
Yeah, what do you go take your tackles somewhere else, Walters.
Moving
Try
on.
getting tackled 11 times and tell me it doesn't matter.
Moving on. We have Offensive Lineman of the Year. From the Colorado Yeti, we have Manhattan Project. From the San Jose Sabercats, we have Jaja Ding Dong. From the Philadelphia Liberty, we have Alexander Franklin. From the Austin Copperheads, we have Connor Quigley. And from the Chicago Butchers, we have Icebach Riposte.
I don't think it'll matter much, but Manhattan Project played center and got all these pancakes and all that, so that's pretty impressive. And everyone else
Yeah.
plays a left.
It
I think
should
that's
matter. It
definitely
won't, but it
I
something
should.
feel
that
like
should matter.
yeah.
I'm not sure if voters will care, but the fact that usually to get that kind of numbers, you have to play tackle,
And
and the fact that he did it as a center should be significant. Especially he didn't even allow a sack either.
also least
I
penalties,
always like,
penalty yards.
yeah, I always like when you have an O line of the year allow 0 sacks. That's definitely something that I always appreciate.
It'll probably be Jaja Ding Dong, but Manhattan.
I was gonna say
Project,
Jaja Ding Dong's like probably the award winner.
But
Riposte is maybe in the conversation, but the sack allowed hurts.
Mhm.
It really does.
Congratulations to Icebach Riposte.
wow, that's
Stacks
Sure.
allowed don't mean
Congratulations.
anything, I guess.
well, I guess that is.
Yeah.
I guess stacks allowed don't matter anymore. What do I know?
Still a fantastic
like
season.
those.
127 pancakes, 1 sack allowed, 3 penalties. for
He works
20
at
yards.
IHOP
Three
now.
penalties only went for 20 yards, which is
What is that?
a little bit.
Or two false
I
starts?
don't know how that happened, but
Two
good for
false
him.
starts and a holding. I guess that's
Yeah.
Moving on, we have tight end of the year. From the Sarasota Sailfish, we have Mario Messi. From the Illinois Phrase, we have Buffalo Hunter. From the New Orleans second line, we have Rex Crenshaw. From the Honolulu Hahalua, we have Saul Ami. And from the Philadelphia Liberty, we have Borgo San Lorenzo.
Give it to Beck. Ami had a
There's definitely a bunch of names here.
insane
Beck
season.
definitely pops up as someone
The,
who's
the,
shows
block,
up.
the blocking.
Yeah. That's one
blocking
thing that
because he
will
had
hurt him a bit. Is
73
it's a bit more
cakes.
obvious.
Jeez.
Yeah. I think my pick would probably be
Yeah.
either Mario Messi or Buffalo Hunter because I like the blocking more tight end. Although 13
But-
touchdowns
Yeah, I
at tight
definitely
end,
kind of
same.
appreciate that a
Sad as
lot.
it's
too.
hard to short here. 'Cause
This
People
is a
like to
hard
see
one.
those numbers.
Over 1,000 yards as a tight end is crazy.
Yeah.
too.
People just like to see flashy numbers like 1,000 yards at tight end.
1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns, over an 11.5 average, and put up a
GMs like
decent
touchdowns.
amount on the line as well.
And they didn't give up a sack.
No sacks allowed.
Nothing.
Congratulations to Salami.
Is that Tim Tebow?
Yes.
Tim Tebow. Wow.
He is a great tight end. He almost made the roster.
Thanks, Salami, for being
Yes.
the best.
He
final
almost made the
draft pick in
roster of
fantasy.
one of the worst teams in football at tight end.
Moving on, we have wide receiver of the year. From the Arizona Outlaws, we have Taro Ramon. From the Colorado Yeti, we have Rafael Delacour. From the Austin Copperheads, we have Bailey Cowabunga. From the Philadelphia Liberty, we have Jake Finsick. And from the LF Race, we have Bernd D. Brott.
So Delacour,
Yeah, this is-
Fensick has the yards, but he doesn't have the touchdowns. He only has 10 touchdowns. It's the lead. Well,
Fensick had a Philadelphia Liberty record number of yards this season. Which,
Also-
you know,
Yeah, that's definitely
Also,
something to watch. Though,
five-
just the fact
five
it is a
fumbles from
significant
Fensick.
number.
That is a lot.
That is a lot of fumbles.
but GMs like touchdowns.
So it's probably going to be, honestly, probably Delacour here, I think is my pick. The average got touchdowns.
Those
I guess
eight drops
also you
probably hurt,
you,
too.
you gotta look at what's his name? X3
Ramon.
Tio Ramon. Yeah, with the 15 touchdowns, even with the less yards. He was just a big part
True.
of why Samuel had such a great
Good
season
seasons.
as a
It's
rookie.
just, parsing through the little details.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations to Jake Finsick.
The yards?
The yards.
Moving on. We have running back of the
boy.
year.
Kickers are people too.
From the Berlin Fire Salamanders, we have Goat Tank. From the
Goat
Arizona
Tank.
Outlaws, we have JQ Jr. From the Orange County Otters, we have Goat Tank Jr. From the Chicago Butchers, we have Madison Hayes. From the Sarasota Sailfish, we have John Huntsman. Don't everybody speak at once.
Sorry. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry, you were
I
slightly
think-
cutting. I was.
Yeah, you're cutting it. I was
Oh,
sure.
apologies for cutting out.
It's probably,
Well,
I think it's going to be the junior, the son, Goat Tank Jr. Because he had like 2,100 scrimmage yards, 21 touchdowns. GM's like touchdowns. GM's like yards. 2,100. That's a lot. And efficiency.
Well, I mean, Goat Tank Senior also had 23 touchdowns combined.
Sure, but Goat
So-
Tank had a lot more attempts and still didn't have still had less.
And something to point out too that helps Goat Tank Jr. is he only had one fumble. His dad, I don't know if it's his dad canonically or not, but Goat Tank Sr. had 5 fumbles.
Aren't they literally like 4 years apart?
Something
Yeah, I
like
think
that.
Yeah,
Goat
but they're
Tank is
goats.
S25 and Goat Tank Jr. is S29. So I kind
I
of
don't know. Do you know? I'm not an expert on how goats, what their reproductive cycle is.
I'm also
I
not
assume-
an expert on how Tank's reproductive cycle works.
Well, you see, when a mommy goat and a daddy tank love each other. Oh, Lord. Congratulations to Goat Tank Jr.
there you go.
It is
Goat
the
or
younger
a
Goat
tank?
Tank.
Yes.
It doesn't look like a goat or a tank.
I don't know, that's one tank of a man, if you ask me. Moving on. We have quarterback of the year. From the Yellowknife Rays, we have Dustin Parmalee. From the Arizona Outlaws, we have Wendell Saylor. From the Austin Copperheads, we have Jackie Daytona. And from the Colorado Yeti, we have Caliban.
Somebody missed, but
So
It's
was Oles.
it's Oles. Casimir Oles Jr. was
yeah,
originally nominated and missed the slide.
tragic.
You couldn't get to 100 passer rating. I don't know what to tell
No.
you.
99.9.
99.9. You must have 100 rating to be on this slide.
I hate to interrupt quarterback of the year, but I have breaking Goat Tank news. I've had an individual reach out to me on Discord to confirm that canonically that Goat Tank is Goat Tank Jr.'s dad.
Who confirmed that?
Hasio.
Heard
that
an
is-
announcement that said there was no relation.
We need the answers.
we're gonna-
Paternity
someone-
test
someone reach
now.
We need to reach out to Eldorian and see what his stance is.
Somebody tag Wolkers. Tag Swanty right now in HO chat. We need a paternity test.
I will work on getting a paternity test. I cannot confirm that I will have it by the end of the stream.
League sanctioned fraternity.
As for this
These
award,
numbers are tight.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I gotta agree here. The name that I kind of lean towards here are Daytona and Sailor. Those are the two that kind of pop out. I'm not really exactly sure how passer rating is decided, with Daytona having a less one despite having more touchdowns and less interceptions. But I kind of feel like if I were to pick out of the two, it'd be
Had a
Daytona
lot
here
more
with 40
attempts.
touchdowns.
A lot more attempts and completion. A lot more attempts and less percentage went into them.
Oh,
Mhm.
so
Oh,
Yeah.
passer rating's dumb, except for when it benefits my argument. Then it's good.
yeah, so Sailor was the most efficient quarterback this year.
Yes.
And maybe he'll get a boost too, just because he is a rookie as well. So he had to just came out of the
Sailors
gate
worth discussing.
flying,
I
so-
don't want to dismiss Caliban. Caliban's been a high volume guy his entire career, but
That's just my thing.
kept it up the whole run.
I get passer rating benefiting my
Yeah.
argument. He has lower passer rating, therefore he's bad.
Yeah, but he also only has 8 interceptions, and he has the most touchdowns.
It's a hard one.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Congratulations to Caliban,
Wow.
Hall of Famer.
Congratulations. He
Caliban has
retired
been
too,
a
so,
stud his entire career, and it will be sad to see him go.
Moving on.
yeah.
Hang that banner now.
we have Defensive Breakout Player of the Year. From the Sarasota Sailfish, we have Spike Daniels. From the New York Silverbacks, we have Rocco Blade. From the Chicago Butchers, we have Dexter Hall. From the San Jose Sabercats, we have Orpheus. I'm not going to try. From the Berlin Fire Salamanders, we have Jacob Rask.
So I'm gonna sound like a homer here again, but I gotta say I think Rocco Blade's gonna end up taking this home. The fact that he went from only getting one TFL in the last 2 seasons to leading the league in tackles for loss is kind of a huge jump.
Rocco Blade sticks out to me as the one who broke out in the truest sense of the award. This one tends to be a little bit looser on defining that and just sort of likes to give it to whoever had the best stat line, but Blade does stick out to me as one who really actually broke out here.
Yeah, the thing that I think that a lot of people are gonna look at is Zaryuros with with nearly tripling their tackle count, going from 35 to 108, 8 tackles for loss, and going from 2 to 12 sacks. But it's also like you got to think like with him and Daniels, it's the rookie to sophomore transition that as well. So I don't for me I like seeing a breakout be over multiple seasons. Like, oh, you
Yeah.
had multiple seasons and then you just hit a breakout versus, oh, you were a rookie and then you adjusted into the league type of deal.
Or
So,
you stop playing like a
Yeah.
minimal role as a rookie, and then you
Yeah.
got a bigger role.
yeah, I like Blade because he went to
One thing,
a system.
I mean,
and
no shade
transformed.
towards Jacob Rask, but when I see 2 seasons ago he had quite a good stat line. I don't really see how he broke out as a player as much because he had a season in S31 where he had 3 forced fumbles, 2 touchdowns. He was probably a safety of the year
Talk about
candidate.
comeback player of the year. That's maybe something that we could put on there. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, and
he had a down year and back on
yeah,
maybe
and
Hall of
Dexter
Fame
Hall
pace?
in
Question mark.
32 didn't have too bad of a season either. It just improved upon it a little bit.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't necessarily count those as true breakout seasons.
What the?
Oh.
Moosey?
Hmm?
Whoa.
You good? Oh,
Moose-
I blame the chicken.
We missing a slide.
The chicken had to
Oh,
redo
no.
something because there was a thing. Hold on. There was a typo, and Infinite had to fix it. And then I guess
So he got
removed
rid of the slide entirely?
He got rid of a slide that didn't have a typo. Hold on, I'm on it.
Can we go on to the next one and come back
Hold on.
to?
Hold on, let me just
Hold on.
Can I
there
just
is
hand
no
you the image
defensive
and you
breakout
pull it up?
player of the year this year. Go home.
just tell me who won.
It was Orpheus Zaryuros.
Congratulations to Orpheus. We will get you your slide.
The slide is in the gallery. It's just not in the presentation. I promise you.
Moving on to offensive breakout player. From the Yellowknife Rays, we have Dustin Parmalee. From the Chicago Butchers, we have Casimir Oles Jr. From the Yellowknife Rays, we have Bernd D. Brott. From the Orange County Otters, we have Radka Raskolniko. And from the Austin Copperheads,
If I remember correctly.
Mr. V.
from the Austin Copperheads, we
Again,
have
blame
Cliff
the chicken.
Burton.
Isn't this the slide that got fixed too?
Yes. There was
Infinite.
another bad typo.
Don't blame him. He's a chicken. What does he know?
Not
Only a
how to
lot.
spell,
Apparently, we trust him enough to give him the presentation. So
I blame Swanty.
He knows enough
Thank you,
about Python to
Soros.
make Photoshop go burr. So
Anyway, so who do you guys like here?
Take my guy Burton because he fits the counter. He fits. I mean, we just saw that didn't happen last night, but he fits the mold of like didn't not like just a rookie advancing to sophomore. Like he had a couple seasons behind him, and also he's like not like just guy who had bad season and then got good, which is kind of what happened to Oles. I think Oles just
Yeah.
kind of had a down year and then he really picked it up again. So maybe not breakout necessarily, definitely more
Yeah.
comeback on Oles' part.
Mhm.
I do think that that quarterback bias could play in here, and Parmalee could get it.
That is true. Parmalee went a lot.
Yeah, he had a
did
pretty
make
big
jump.
significant.
I think Parmalee's probably gonna get it here.
Congratulations to
Please have us.
Cliff Burton.
Wow. I hope if you're listening, your GM did not believe in you.
Well, we traded.
No, I'm joking.
Austin traded him. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Moving on.
I guess
sorry.
this is a great commentary.
Okay. Orpheus, we found your slide.
Hey!
You found it?
And it was in here.
It was here.
It's here. It's just not in the place that it's supposed to be at all.
Congratulations.
Slotted it between them.
God, with our luck, MVP is gonna come like 3 slides before we get to
Good God. Moving on, we have Offensive Rookie of the Year. From the Philadelphia Liberty, we have Escanor Sama. From the Chicago Butchers, we have Levy Tate. From the Illinois Rays, we have Bradley Welch. From the Colorado Yeti, we have Bud Fingers. From the Arizona Outlaws, we have Wendell Saylor.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Bud Earth, so that makes a little more sense. Just Bud Fingers.
Come on, chicken.
Bud our fingers.
Sure.
We don't use middle names in this league, apparently.
Sad.
Really, it's a quarterback driven league. This is Sailor's award to lose.
108 passer. I mean, I
gotta
better than just
basically
quarterback
agree with
lead.
that.
He's
I
gonna
will
take this
say-
award and take my 10 million.
I will say that for Levy Tate, winning kicker of the year as a rookie is really impressive.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
I don't know if that's a flash in a position to edge out a quarterback. But it is impressive,
I'm
and I
glad to
want
see
you to have
that
that shout
Tate
out.
made the slide.
Yeah.
As a kicker, that's really impressive.
Yeah,
Kickers are people too.
Congratulations to Wendell Saylor.
That is the smallest water bottle I've ever seen.
No, Joe Burrow just has really big hands.
yeah, he's got.
Big
That's
guy.
a normal sized water bottle.
You know what they say about big hands.
Big feet.
Moving on, we have Defensive Rookie of the Year. From the Illinois Rays, we have Con Cushion. From the New Orleans second line, we have Doc Fireball. From the San Jose Sabercats, we have The Laz. From the New York Silverbacks, we have Vidal Valor. And from the Orange County Otters, we have Leonardo McTurtle.
This is a hard one.
Yeah, definitely, I agree with that. There's a lot of pretty solid people here. When I look at it, I kind of feel like this is probably going to be either the McTurtle or Concussion. I feel like they definitely, or actually it could be Fireball too. I don't know what I'm talking about, guys. But like when you look at they got a lot of turnovers,
I like the
sacks.
last stats and safety. I like that.
I'm having a really hard time picking one of these that sticks out to me is significantly better than the other one. So this could be a really,
Yeah.
really tight race, and I could genuinely
Yeah.
see any one of them taking it.
I think I'll take Concussion because 9 pass defended and 9 sacks at linebacker. So doing both.
Yeah, linebackers usually are the flashier position in this regard, so I wouldn't be shocked if you
Yeah.
took it home.
Congratulations to Doc Fireball. What a render.
Oh, that's a
Rest-
great render
rest-
too.
Rest in peace because he went IA, left at receiver. So rip.
Yeah,
Come back, please.
I'm
he's a
sad.
great dude though. Awesome. If you, I hope winning this award will make him come back.
Moving on, we have Offensive Performance of the Year.
Oh boy.
From Colorado, we have Caliban in Week 12. From the Austin Copperheads, we have Daytona in Week 1. From the Berlin Fire Salamanders, we have Goat Tank in Week 7. From the Orange County Otters, we have Rodka in Week 11. And from the Chicago Butchers, we have Hayes in Week 4.
Let's not make the same mistake we made last time on this one and go through each one before we decide.
So I guess starting from the top, Caliban had the 5 touchdowns and a 150 QBR rating with
Well, maybe we don't have-
446 yards. When you look
46
at
yards is
Goat
nothing to
Tank,
sneeze at, that's for sure.
No.
yeah, but when you look at then you look at Go Tank, he had 164 yards and 5 touchdowns, which is pretty
5
crazy.
touchdowns for a running back is just absolutely
Yeah.
insane.
5.7 average as well, so it was pretty
Yeah.
efficient.
I
too.
also like Madison Hayes here. They had
Over 200 scrimmage yards.
200 combined yards, almost 200. He almost had 200 receiving. 100 receiving yards, and he had 100 rushing yards plus a couple touchdowns to Pat. And Daytona at the bottom also had a pretty
Also
good
had the
5
5
touchdown
touchdowns.
game.
Yeah, and a
Just
5
in, I
touchdown
don't.
game.
I just don't think he has the yards
I
to
skipped
compete.
Rodica.
Calvin.
Rodica with almost 200 receiving yards with 3 touchdowns. It's
200
very
receptions.
excellent for a wide receiver. But that's always hard to win as a wide receiver. Just running backs and quarterbacks usually
For sure.
can put up
Yeah,
those
but
stupid
Hank's
numbers.
really tough to overlook with 5
Good game.
touchdowns.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to get 5 touchdowns as a quarterback than it is to be as a running back.
Yeah, I gotta lean.
Maybe
Hank
Goat
here.
Tank can win this award rather than winning the one that his son won.
His alleged son.
Yes, alleged son.
We're still waiting. We can't. We have to say
We
alleged.
have no,
We're waiting
we
for
have
the
no
test.
hard evidence.
Congratulations, dude. Goat Tank in week 7. That is once again neither a goat nor a tank.
It's
Well,
the guy.
There's an argument that it is a tank.
At least he's built a lot. Like, he's way bigger, at least. Like, he's got the padding.
Significantly bigger.
Moving on, we have Defensive Performance of the Year. From the Chicago Butchers, we have Juan Doby in week 5. From the Orange County Otters, we have Richard Leaking in week 6. From the Honolulu Hahalua, we have Big Slamu in week 13. From the Arizona Outlaws, we have Rich Triplett in week 12. And from the Philadelphia Liberty, we have Gary Goodman in week 3.
Yeah, a lot of great performances.
I think I like one.
I like when I'm looking
I
at
like
this list.
Domin.
I
like
was
Domin.
going to say here,
Andre.
Domin has
Domin, dude.
basically everything: 2 sacks, forced fumble recovery, couple pass
deflection,
PDs, and an interception, and he's got that
touchdown.
touchdown.
Touchdowns matter.
Yeah, the only difference between
Yeah.
Domin and Slamu was Domin had a fumble recovery and 1 extra PD.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also like when I look at it, Rich Triplett's game. I don't like who he did it against. I'm not going to comment on that, but having
Please,
3
no.
forced fumbles in one game was it was probably fun for them to watch. Not
As
so
a
fun
corner
for us,
too, that's
Yeah.
getting a forced
Yeah.
fumble as a corner is.
But I
very
have
few
to give
folk
him a
between.
shout out. He won that game basically. So
Rip my dreams. Thanks, Katasa.
Congratulations to Juan Domin in week 5.
That makes sense.
Just a dominant performance.
You got the touchdown, which is all that matters.
Moving on.
Well, not all.
We have General Managers of the Year. From the Sarasota Sailfish, we have Mojo Jojo and ABH 89. From the Orange County Otters, we have Grag 9 and Shrub 02. From the Chicago Butchers, we have the CC and Crody Man. From the Baltimore Hawks, we have Hall Monitor 20 and Nicholas the Great. And from the Arizona Outlaws, we have Z-Wiz and Krunk.
all these GMs are great. They all made the playoffs this year.
All these
And
GMs
I think
the
they
season.
all are kind of great for different reasons.
Yeah, I gotta give
Firstly,
shout outs to
with both,
Sarasota and Arizona for winning their divisions with a rookie QB. Both
yeah,
of them did.
a lot of people did not have them as the top of the division. A lot of people thought they would take a big step back with losing a lot of TP at quarterback, but they both managed to adjust and
On
win
their
it.
way.
And especially Mojo and ABH because they had to do it with Frost as a quarterback, which is instantly a downgrade. Also, I think the bigger thing to watch though is both Greg and Shrub and Hall and NTG, just because both their teams were like, I think OCO
Massive
picked
steps
1
forward.
overall last year.
OCO was
and then
1,
they were-
and Baltimore was like 2.
Yeah, so they both were. I mean, you can argue that they had unlucky seasons last year, but in the end, they were able to bounce back huge and make the Ultimates basically breaking like a playoff drought, both of them. I'm assuming Baltimore's was longer than OCO's.
Peter had never been to the
But
playoffs as a general
I don't
manager
know. Yeah,
before this, and he was a general manager in Philly for several seasons, and now he's been a general manager in more for several seasons, and he finally got his playoff,
He got playoffs and he took it all.
and he took it all the way home.
Only down from here.
Well, yeah,
they got that one, and then now he can wait another like 10
he
seasons to
can
get his
never
second
win
one.
again.
He's
He can wait another 10
Not
seasons
allowed.
or something like that.
Congratulations to Hall Monitor 20 and NTG.
Well deserved.
yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Congrats on your Ultimus. It was a huge. I know. It
I
was,
bet you Hall Monitor is
Rick
crying
also-
right now.
Yeah,
I think
Rick
Finally.
Massey probably also deserves credit, but those two took this team from basically nothing. They were in a very bad situation, and the fact that they ended up winning it all kind of shows you hard work pays off sometimes.
sometimes, only sometimes.
Sometimes.
Moving on, we
Only
have
sometimes.
Offensive Player of the Year from the Austin Copperheads, we have Jackie Daytona. From the Philadelphia Liberty, we have Jake Finsick. From the Colorado Yeti, we have Caliban. From the Orange County Otters, we have Goateng Jr. From the Berlin Fire Salamanders, we have Goateng.
I mean, Caliban won QB of the year, so he thinks he's going to take this one as well. 'Cause
I think it depends. I feel
He's
like
MVP.
either
it's either
Goat
him.
Tank-
It's either. Oh, that's. I did forget about that. He's MVP.
Either him or GTJ.
Goateng Jr. Yeah.
yeah, or it might be Daytona sneaks up and Caliban wins MVP.
That's
It
true.
depends on how the votings are feeling.
I don't want to be biased here. That'd be pretty good.
Congratulations to
Goateng
Jr.
Goateng Jr. Please report for your paternity test tomorrow morning.
Yes,
I think he's going to
We'll be
start.
working
I
on
think
that in
Goat
HO
Tank Senior might be more accepting now.
Moving on, we have Defensive Player of the Year. From the Berlin Fire Salamanders, we have Jacob Rask. From the Arizona Outlaws, we have Chuck Roth. From the Colorado Yeti, we have Melvin Murder Moose. From the New York Silverbacks, we have Rocco Blade. And from the Orange County Otters, we have Richard Leaking.
There are a lot of good seasons on this page.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, generally,
But
when
I
you pick
gotta,
the 5 best seasons, you get some good ones.
yeah. But out of those 5, they've all had amazing seasons. But
Melvin
Melvin
Murderers.
Murderers, yeah, they were an MVP candidate too. So whenever you see
It all
someone
depends on
that
who you
good,
think is gonna win MVP. If
yeah,
you think Murder Moose can run for it, or if it's gonna go to
Just
Caliban.
It's
I'm
it's
not sure.
real
He'll be
tough
the
to
fine.
win
defensive
MVP
player
as a
is just
defensive
so
As
player.
a, yeah, as a
hard.
D. Oh, you're just astronomically low.
Just looking back at Mo Berry's best season where he got on the MVP ballot, he had an unbelievable season, and Armstrong still nudged him out because, of course, he did. It was Armstrong.
It was Armstrong.
Is the only MVP still Trotner's player, or did someone win it between then and now? I guess if anyone knows off the top of their head.
I believe the last defensive MVP we had was in the DSFL.
Oh,
That was a long.
oh
time
yeah,
ago.
I think Xavier Walls won it. Do not quote me on that, but I feel like it was him. If you were a defensive MVP and I'm not Xavier Walls, you can at me and yell at me.
I feel like I should know this. I've been doing the awards for how many seasons now?
Since the beginning
Listen,
of
I
time.
voted on awards for many seasons, and
Yeah.
I don't remember off the top of my head. So
Yeah, it's been a long time, is what we're saying.
Congratulations to Jacob Rask.
Ooh,
I
Now this is-
that,
now this
now
is
that makes me
interesting.
interested for the MVP vote.
Whoa.
That really makes it interesting.
Moving on, we have most dedicated member. We have Pat, Mag, Kotasa, the CC, and Russ drives the bus.
5 users to contribute to the league for sure.
these
Yeah.
are all people,
Well,
I guess-
except for Pat, who might be a sandwich.
and Russ is a potato.
Pat
You've
definitely,
already established that.
he might be a
Oh yeah,
sandwich,
Russ is a potato. I forgot about Russ.
but I guess going through each person, Pat, his big thing, I think his big reason for him being on the ballot is all the sim change stuff that he managed to do this thing for balance. the same. That you'll come to see this upcoming season. Just a lot of work
And that
and
we'll
a lot
all
of
complain
dedication.
about in 1 year.
Yeah, so this is his one season where
This
we
is
say,
one
"Good job,
moment to
Pat,"
win.
and it's all downhill.
Yes.
When
We
you
haven't
look at,
experienced any bad shit. Can't complain.
we don't
Yeah.
have.
Yeah,
He's an awesome user.
Katasa
He's budget head. Yeah, you can
Yes.
say Katasa.
yeah, Katasa has like revived the wiki to where we actually have a wiki
Yeah.
update task again, and it's just
Katasa has also been
put
doing
so
great
much
work for Hall of Fame committee.
Yeah.
He's
He took
doing
over
everything that
stats
Infinite
from-
used to do, but he's doing it by hand, I think.
Oh jeez. And
I thought
Russ
you were
has
gonna say better.
stepped up. Russ has stepped up for rookie mentor head and has done a fantastic.
I was gonna
job.
say Russ is on like 5 jobs right now.
He's
and
doing.
still
You need to chill, man.
absolutely
being spread
carrying
thin.
rookie Discord.
And then, of course, last but not least, the CC. And I think his big claim. Well, yeah, he definitely is least, but maybe not today? Question mark.
Sure.
But I think his big claim to fame is we're seeing one of our bigger rookie classes, especially a non-Reddit year rookie class, in a while, and it was definitely the team he led that brought us here. And the CC is a dedicated member. He's always been someone who's quick to do jobs and stuff in this league and be a pretty active part of this community, even if he can't ride a bike.
The CC finally pulled the trigger on the Instagram market, and it worked. And that's why he's here.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations to Pat.
Pat.
Yeah, he told me he did upwards of 500 hours working on the new sim stuff.
Yeah, he put in a lot of time.
It was a couple thousand spreadsheets of the tests.
It was so much.
Congratulations,
also,
Pat.
We need to go get a drink sometime, Pat. You know, like, come on.
Yeah, Pat.
Me too. Even I don't even live where you live, but you should come find me.
Fly out.
Come out.
Moving on.
Good time.
Pat should fly me out.
We have most outstanding player. From the Austin Copperheads, we have Jackie Daytona. From the Colorado Yeti, we have Caliban. From the Colorado Yeti, we have Melvin Murder Moose. From the Orange County Otters, we have Richard Leaking. And from the Berlin Fire Salamanders, we have Goat Tank.
This is an
Can I
interesting
just say
roster
how
of people.
impressive it is that there's 2 Yeti on this sheet?
They stuffed the ballot, man.
The Yeti came to play on this one.
Hey, I don't really know who's gonna win. I just know they'd all deserve it. So that's about it.
They did all have outstanding seasons.
Yeah, Daytona
They
started
did
slow,
mop.
but then just ramped it up at the end.
Congratulations
Daytona
to
finally stopped being bad.
Melvin Murder Moose.
Yeah.
Congratulations. A great season all around, and another award to add on top to that.
Maybe there's one more.
Old Man Melvin. I wonder how much juice Old Man Melvin has in the tank.
And finally,
one more question mark?
Finally, we have MVP. From the Colorado Yeti, we have Melvin Murder Moose. From the Arizona Outlaws, we have Wendell Sailor. From the Austin Copperheads, we have Jackie Daytona. From the Colorado Yeti, we have Caliban. And from the Orange County Otters, we have Goat Tank Jr.
Well, we know Go Tank won Offensive Player of the Year.
Correct.
Yes.
We know that Caliban beat both Sailor and Daytona for QB of the Year.
Yes.
And Melvin Murder did not win Defensive Player of the Year.
We know that Caliban and Murder Moose both didn't win their respective Player of the Year award. And
that
they
is true.
both had fantastic seasons.
Yeah. It's kind of insane with 2 MVP candidates that the Yeti didn't end up making the playoffs this year. But in all, like, I think it's going to be down to one
the
of
dominoes
those 2.
fell just the wrong way
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah. The team, yeah. And I feel like it's going to be Melvin who's here. I just feel like if there was such an obvious Defensive Player of the Year winner, that the fact that they didn't win it means that they probably will win MVP, which will be pretty crazy to see a defensive player win it for the first time in like ages in the ISFL level. But Caliban is no slouch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flip a coin.
That's
Congratulations to Melvin Murder Moose.
Ooh, oh, I love that you switched it up and made him celebratory screaming.
Thank you. Thank you. It was
Congratulations,
my
Lars.
idea. Had to make it special for the first defensive MVP in forever.
Yeah, I gotta say,
Now I've
well
sent all of these
deserved
to
though. Breaking,
Schwartz.
like, yeah, record breaking, like fumbles, an excellent, like, I think Melvin is probably one of the most obvious Hall of Fame users in a while, or players. I don't know.
Well, users isn't exactly
Incorrect either. I'd
incorrect
say.
either. I was gonna say this is a user who's probably deserved GM of the year, even though she never won it. Probably has deserved most dedicated member, even though she's never won it. And now she finally gets to hang MVP on her mantle, and no one's ever gonna be able to take that from her.
Well, isn't
And
it a
that's-
trophy? You probably don't want to hang a trophy on your wall. I feel like that's not very smart.
Don't tell her what to do. She just won an MVP.
It's a
She
moose.
can hang
Do you
out
really want
trophies.
to argue with it?
Fair.
Focus
Fair
on their
enough.
wall if they want to.
Just
Well.
carry it in the antlers.
Congratulations to all the award winners. Thank you for everyone who came out tonight. Appreciate all of you guys who are hosting. Any last words, guys?
Nope.
No.
Easy peasy.
Apply for events graphics team if you want to be a part of cool stuff like this. We are hiring.
Well,
Make lots of money.
with all
Make
of them,
sure that defensive player or defensive rookie of the year or whatever it is don't come at 4 slides later.
with
I
all
had
them,
nothing to do that. It was the other half that.
Yeah, it was the chicken.
Chicken half.
with all that in mind, we will catch you guys Thursday for the DSFL draft stream.
Let's go.